Joeshon for the untouchable, true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I'm gonna make a bold statement here, and the statement I'll make is this: you guys know I love Probox. I've been rocking with Probox since their first ever card. I literally covered the first ever Probox card ever. You know. When before Probox was just free, and you had to pay for it, when you had to pay like the $5, whatever it was at the time, I paid it. You know, not that it was a lot of money, but I liked the card so much that I paid it. And I say all this to say that I've watched damn near every Probox card since they started. So when I say this, I mean this. I really think this fight right here has big potential to be one of the top 5, if not the best matchup in the history of Probox TV. Now, those are some lofty expectations, but I think these guys have the styles to do it. So y'all can mark your calendars for later on this month, September the 11th, 9/11. You know, shout out. You know, we will never forget 9/11. It's a big day in American history. But there's gonna be a big time, you know, fight. You know, explosive fight. You know, one side you're gonna have Vallejo, California's very own Northern California stand up, Joeshon James, fighting everybody in the mother, undefeated guy after undefeated guy, doing it the hard way, showing you he's a throwback fighter. And who is Joeshon James going to be fighting? You know, bringing his punching power to the ring. He's going to be fighting the A side and the cash cow of Guatemalan boxing, the face of Guatemalan boxing himself, Lester Martinez. Yes, that Lester Martinez. This is an amazing matchup, guys. Lester Martinez, Joeshon James, super middleweight division. I really can't think of too many fights on the schedule right now that are better than this. Two undefeated guys with big knockout ratios or big time punching power. Because you know Joeshon James on paper doesn't have a lot of knockouts. He's 55% knockout ratio, but he can clearly punch. I think a lot of his lack of knockouts come from just so much stiff competition over and over again. But ask David Stevens if he's got punching power. He got put out in one round. So let's talk about it. Joeshon James, you know, he's coming off the heels. He's in a part of his career, I should say, where really and truthfully, I mean, you look at the guy he's fighting. I mean, he's really going through a gauntlet. He had to fight Javier Martinez, who's a top middleweight contender, from top ranked Milwaukee, Southpaw. You know, he just lost Troy Isley. He fought him when he was 8-0 to a draw, right? So that happened there. Then he fought David Stevens, who at the time, Dynamite David Stevens, he trains in the Ronnie Shields camp, Houston, all that stuff, getting sparring with David Morrell. Just came off a really good win on Showbox against Sean Hemphill. And Joeshon James just treated him like a piece of garbage, knocked him out in one round, blitzed him, right? Then in his last fight, he fought the very tough, very game, and the always formidable Vaughn Alexander, and beat him clearly, and got that name on his scalp. So he's been in between Vaughn Alexander and before David Stevens, and in between David Stevens and Javier Martinez, he fought a guy whose name I can't pronounce, who was 4-0. So it's just been undefeated guy after undefeated guy. I mean, even before that, from September of 2022, he's fought 1, 2, 3, 4, and then excluding Vaughn Alexander, this would be his 5th undefeated opponent in his last 6 fights. So we talk about guys doing things the honest way. We talk about fighters doing things the hard way. This guy is doing that. He's Joeshon James, throwback fighter. I tip my cap to him. I'm a big fan and big supporter of him. Now, on the other side, you have Lester Martinez, a guy that, when you watch his tape, when you watch him fight, his punching power, his physical strength, it jumps off the page. And I think now he's at a stage where, he meets all the physical requirements and attributes that you need to be a world-class championship boxer. But now it's about refining those skills and adding it to the strength he already has in the ring. And he's been training with the Terrence Crawford camp, Bomac and Coach Red and Esau Diegas and all them. And they've been doing just that, adding more to what he has to bring to the table. And so, he's 18-0, 15 knockouts, and you just look at what he's been able to do. I mean, his last fight, he fought on the Lamont Roach card and beat Carlos Gongora. Carlos Gongora has been at a high level for a long time, so that's a big win. Knocked out Isaiah Steen. Isaiah Steen was a guy that was coming off a loss to Sena Agbeko, but Isaiah Steen was once a very highly touted prospect. Nobody had ever knocked him out. He got him out of there in 8. And those are probably his biggest wins in terms of resume. So these are two guys that, even though they don't have a lot of fights, Joeshon James only with 11, Lester Martinez only with 18. These are guys that are both doing things the honest way, both with a lot of substance on their resumes. And style-wise, when you break this fight down, you know, Joeshon James is a guy that has that wiry, strong power. He's more of like a guy who's skinny, you know, so think more of, I'm not gonna say he's Tommy Hearns, but think of more of the Tommy Hearns build, the skinny guy with just, you know, big time power. Even though sometimes you can look at his frame, he don't look a big puncher. Lester Martinez is more of the compact, I don't want to say short because he's 5'11", but, you know, just the more compact, stocky build, and a guy that likes to close the gap and impose his will on you. So I think for Lester Martinez, this fight's all about, you know, getting on the inside of those long arms of Joeshon James, and you know, really making him feel his presence, making him feel his presence in the ring and his strength. And for Joeshon James, I think it's all about lighting up Lester Martinez from mid-range. You know, Lester Martinez is going to be walking forward, so it's all about, you know, setting him up and then dropping that bomb in between the shots, but also punching in between the shots in an aggressive fashion against Lester Martinez. That will also bode very well. So when I look at the matchup style-wise, what both guys have went through in their careers, the experience level they have at this point in their career, I really do think it's going to be an extremely explosive fight, and I think it's got top 5 Probox fight in history, like potential. If the fight's as explosive as I think it can be, this could be one of the best fights in the history of Probox. And beyond just Probox, this fight will be contested at super middleweight. You know, Lester Martinez has been campaigning at super middleweight pretty much most of his career, and even higher at sometimes. Sometimes he's fight at 170. Joeshon James has kind of been bouncing up and down in weight because, of course, his frame, his long, rangy frame, it allows him to do that. So the winner of this fight, I think, really goes ahead and they stick their flag in the ground as a real contender, a real, you know, player upcoming in this division. And, you know, just to survey the rankings, because you guys know I'm big on the rankings. So I like to always look at landscapes and study divisions. So Lester Martinez, as it stands right now, he's ranked number 10 in the WBC, and he's ranked number 3 in the WBA, and he's not ranked in the IBF, and he is not ranked in the WBO. So if Joeshon James is able to pull this off and beat Lester Martinez, he finds himself in the top 15 of 2 of the governing organizations, and you know, an even bigger player in this division. You know, David Stevens was buried on some I can't remember what card it was on, but I just know it was a fight that not a lot of people watched because it was probably buried on the undercard somewhere. This is going to be a main event. It's going to be on a Wednesday night. It's going to be the only big fight in town. So winner of this fight, if they can make a statement, as we've seen, these Probox fights can lead to bigger opportunities for fighters. Look at what it did for Jimmy Kelly. Jimmy Kelly won the first ever Probox main event against Kanat Islam. Got a fight against Jaime Munguia. You know, look at Angelo Leo, what he's done for his career. Obviously, 3 fights on there. Got a world title shot of Renato Lopez. Look at Hot Rod Kalazic. You know, got a fight with Dave Morrell, doing large parts of the fights he had on Probox. So Probox has become the proving ground series. You know, they've definitely filled the void of Showbox, and I think they've actually even probably done a better job than Showbox, because Probox is not just a every Wednesday fight series. It's a whole media conglomerate now, and they're doing their damn thing. So I think they're doing a great job, and I think this fight, to me, when I look at the schedule for September, this is one of the most explosive fights in boxing for September. Don't miss this one. Please do watch, because I'm telling you, Lester Martinez and Joeshon James are going to bring it. And I look forward to it. I don't got a dog on the race. I'm actually quite a big fan of both guys, just because I feel like they're both doing things the honest way, particularly Joeshon James, but both of them have fought good competition to this stage of their career, and they're both credible, and they both deserve the respect, the attention, and all that good stuff from the boxing fans. So I'm just bringing awareness to try to give you guys the large picture. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Candlefield, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.